Mastering your mindset is the foundation for a happy and fulfilling life. According to Marcus Aurelius, the quality of your thoughts determines the quality of your life. What you allow to occupy your mind directly shapes your emotions, decisions, and overall well-being. Think about how often your mood is influenced by negative self-talk, unnecessary worries, or external distractions. It's not the situations themselves that cause unhappiness, but how you choose to interpret and react to them. To begin mastering your mindset, start by observing your thoughts without judgment. This practice of self-awareness helps you identify patterns that may be holding you back. Are your thoughts filled with comparisons, doubts, or complaints? Marcus Aurelius reminds us that we have the power to step back and choose our perspective. Ask yourself, is this thought serving me? If the answer is no, consciously let it go. Another key aspect is reframing challenges. Instead of seeing difficulties as obstacles, view them as opportunities for growth. This shift doesn't just reduce stress, it empowers you to take action. For instance, if you're faced with a tough decision or setback, remind yourself that your response is within your control. Choose to focus on solutions rather than dwelling on the problem. Marcus Aurelius believed that external events are neutral. It's our interpretation that assigns them meaning. By shifting your focus to what you can control, like your actions and attitude, you create a sense of inner peace and stability. This mental clarity allows you to approach life with a calm and focused energy, unshaken by external chaos. Finally, cultivate positive affirmations and gratitude. Each morning, remind yourself of your strengths and what you're grateful for. This simple practice rewires your brain to notice the good in your life instead of fixating on what's wrong. Marcus Aurelius's writings are filled with moments of gratitude and acknowledgement of beauty in everyday life. By choosing thoughts that uplift and inspire, you create a mental environment where happiness can flourish naturally. Mastering your mindset is the foundation for a happy and fulfilling life. According to Marcus Aurelius, the quality of your thoughts determines the quality of your life. What you allow to occupy your mind directly shapes your emotions, decisions, and overall well-being. Think about how often your mood is influenced by negative self-talk, unnecessary worries, or external distractions. It's not the situations themselves that cause unhappiness, but how you choose to interpret and react to them. To begin mastering your mindset, start by observing your thoughts without judgment. This practice of self-awareness helps you identify patterns that may be holding you back. Are your thoughts filled with comparisons, doubts, or complaints? Marcus Aurelius reminds us that we have the power to step back and choose our perspective. Ask yourself, is this thought serving me? If the answer is no, consciously let it go. Another key aspect is reframing challenges. Instead of seeing difficulties as obstacles, view them as opportunities for growth. This shift doesn't just reduce stress, it empowers you to take action. For instance, if you're faced with a tough decision or setback, remind yourself that your response is within your control. Choose to focus on solutions rather than dwelling on the problem. Marcus Aurelius believed that external events are neutral. It's our interpretation that assigns them meaning. By shifting your focus to what you can control, like your actions and attitude, you create a sense of inner peace and stability. This mental clarity allows you to approach life with a calm and focused energy, unshaken by external chaos. Finally, cultivate positive affirmations and gratitude. Each morning, remind yourself of your strengths and what you're grateful for. This simple practice rewires your brain to notice the good in your life, instead of fixating on what's wrong. Marcus Aurelius's writings are filled with moments of gratitude and acknowledgement of beauty in everyday life. By choosing thoughts that uplift and inspire, you create a mental environment where happiness can flourish naturally. Understanding and practicing gratitude is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy and a key to living a happy life. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on the importance of appreciating what we have, even in challenging times. In our fast-paced modern world, it's easy to focus on what's missing, what we desire, or what isn't going as planned. But gratitude offers a powerful antidote to dissatisfaction and unhappiness. Gratitude begins with perspective. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Do not indulge in dreams of having what you do not have, but reckon up the chief of the blessings you do possess, and then thankfully remember how you would crave for them if they were not yours." This reminds us that many of the things we take for granted today were once things we deeply wished for. Our health, relationships, opportunities, or even the simple pleasures of daily life. To cultivate gratitude, start by acknowledging the good in your life, no matter how small. This can be as simple as appreciating a kind gesture, a warm meal, or the beauty of a sunset. These moments, when noticed and cherished, create a foundation of contentment. Writing down 3 things you're grateful for each day is a practical way to reinforce this habit and shift your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant. Gratitude also extends to challenges and difficulties. This might seem counterintuitive, but Marcus Aurelius believed that obstacles serve a purpose. They shape us and help us grow. He encouraged us to view adversity as an opportunity to practice virtues like patience, resilience, and courage. Instead of resisting or resenting hardships, try to see what lessons they offer. By finding gratitude even in trials, you gain a sense of control and empowerment over your circumstances. Another powerful aspect of gratitude is expressing it to others. Whether it's thanking a friend for their support or acknowledging a colleague's effort, sharing your appreciation strengthens relationships and spreads positivity. Marcus recognized the interconnectedness of human beings and how our actions influence those around us. Gratitude fosters a sense of connection and mutual support, which is essential for a fulfilling life. Gratitude also shifts your perspective on time. Instead of rushing through life, constantly chasing the next goal, it encourages you to pause and savor the present. This moment, no matter how ordinary it may seem, is unique and fleeting. Recognizing its value enriches your experience and deepens your sense of happiness. Ultimately, gratitude is a practice, not a one-time realization. By consistently choosing to focus on what you have rather than what you lack, you develop a mindset that finds joy and contentment in all aspects of life. This shift doesn't just make you happier, it transforms how you approach the world, making every day a little brighter and more meaningful. Living in the present moment is one of the most profound principles of Stoic philosophy and a cornerstone of a happy life. Marcus Aurelius often emphasized the importance of focusing on the here and now, rather than being consumed by regrets about the past or anxieties about the future. In his writings, he urged us to ask ourselves, is there anything else I can truly possess besides this present moment? Our lives are often filled with distractions. We dwell on things we cannot change or worry about outcomes that haven't even occurred. This constant mental chatter robs us of the only time we truly have, the present moment. Marcus Aurelius saw this as a form of self-sabotage, a way we waste our energy and time. Instead, he encouraged a disciplined focus on what is directly before us, giving it our full attention and effort. Living in the present moment starts with mindfulness, a practice that helps us become aware of our thoughts and surroundings. By paying attention to what's happening right now, whether it's a conversation, a task, or even your breathing, you begin to break free from the endless cycle of overthinking. Mindfulness allows you to experience life more fully and with greater clarity. One practical way to cultivate this habit is through intentional observation. As you go through your day, pause to notice the details around you, the sound of the wind, the colors of the sky, or the expressions of the people you interact with. These small moments ground you in the present and create a deeper connection to life. Another important aspect of living in the present is acceptance. Often we resist what is happening in the moment because it doesn't align with our expectations or desires. Marcus Aurelius believed that resisting reality only leads to frustration. He wrote, "Accept whatever comes to you woven in the pattern of your destiny, for what could more aptly fit your needs?" By embracing what is, rather than wishing for something else, you free yourself from unnecessary suffering and find peace in the now. Focusing on the present also improves how we approach our actions. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself to perform every task as if it were the last thing he would ever do. This doesn't mean living in fear of death, but rather embracing each action with purpose and care. Whether it's a small, mundane chore or an important decision, treating it with attention and respect brings meaning to even the simplest aspects of life. Living in the moment also helps us build deeper connections with others. When we are fully present with someone, listening without distraction, responding with thoughtfulness, we foster trust and understanding. This presence strengthens relationships and creates a sense of shared humanity that is often lost in a world of constant interruptions. Finally, living in the present moment doesn't mean ignoring the past or future entirely. Instead, it's about using them wisely. Learn from the past without getting stuck in it, and plan for the future without losing sight of today. Balance is key. By anchoring yourself in the now, you can make better decisions and act with greater intention. The present moment is where life happens. By learning to embrace it fully, you not only find greater peace, but also unlock the potential for true happiness and fulfillment. It's not an easy practice, but with patience and persistence, it can transform how you experience the world around you. Embracing discomfort and challenges is a principle that Marcus Aurelius often emphasized as essential for growth and resilience. Life is filled with difficulties, and attempting to avoid them only leads to stagnation and missed opportunities for personal development. Instead of fearing challenges, Marcus Aurelius believed we should view them as opportunities to strengthen our character and develop inner peace. He wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This powerful statement encapsulates the Stoic mindset. The very obstacles we encounter in life are not barriers, but stepping stones toward becoming stronger and wiser. Challenges are not there to break us, but to build us. One way to embrace discomfort is by reframing how we view adversity. Rather than seeing it as something to endure, see it as a teacher. Every difficult situation, whether it's a personal loss, professional setback, or emotional struggle, carries a lesson. Practicing gratitude helps shift your mindset from one of scarcity to one of abundance, allowing you to feel more connected to the world around you. Living in alignment with nature also means contributing to the greater good. As humans, we are social beings, and our actions ripple through the interconnected web of life. When you act virtuously, whether by helping others, protecting the environment, or being honest in your relationships, you align yourself with the natural order. These actions not only bring personal satisfaction, but also create a positive impact on the world. To live this principle fully, it's essential to cultivate mindfulness and presence. Too often we become consumed by regrets about the past or anxieties about the future. Marcus Aurelius urged us to focus on the present moment, for it is the only time we truly have. By staying present, you can fully appreciate the beauty and opportunity in each moment. Living in alignment with nature is about embracing life as it is, not as you wish it to be. It's about striving to be your best self while recognizing your place in the larger scheme of things. When you live in harmony with nature, you not only find peace within yourself, but also contribute to a more balanced and meaningful existence for everyone around you. Marcus Aurelius frequently wrote about the importance of embracing the present moment, emphasizing that the present is the only reality we truly experience. He stated, "Confine yourself to the present," urging us to let go of regrets about the past and anxieties about the future. When you fully immerse yourself in the present, you free yourself from the chains of unnecessary suffering and distractions. Accepting the present means confronting life as it is, not as you wish it to be. Many of us resist current circumstances, wishing things were different, which only adds to our frustration. Instead, Marcus Aurelius teaches us to adapt and focus on what we can do right now. These moments challenge us to dig deeper, adapt, and grow in ways we might not have thought possible. The discomfort you feel is evidence that you're stepping outside your comfort zone, which is where real growth happens. Marcus Aurelius also believed in preparing ourselves mentally for discomfort. He practiced a mental exercise called premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils. This involves imagining potential challenges or hardships before they occur. While this might seem negative at first, it's actually empowering. By preparing yourself for the worst-case scenarios, you reduce the fear and anxiety associated with them. When these challenges do arise, you're less likely to be caught off guard and more likely to respond with calm and clarity. Another way to embrace discomfort is through deliberate exposure to it in your daily life. This can be as simple as waking up earlier, taking a cold shower, or challenging yourself to complete a difficult task without procrastination. These small acts of intentional discomfort train your mind to handle larger challenges with greater ease. Over time, your tolerance for discomfort grows, and you develop the resilience to face life's inevitable hardships with confidence. It's also important to recognize that discomfort often arises when we resist reality. Marcus Aurelius advised us to align ourselves with nature and the flow of life rather than fight against it. By accepting that challenges are a natural part of life, you stop wasting energy wishing things were different and instead focus on adapting to what is. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up. It means working with the situation rather than against it. When facing discomfort, maintaining a sense of purpose is key. If you know why you're enduring something difficult, it becomes easier to bear. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself that his actions should serve a greater purpose, whether it was fulfilling his duty as an emperor or improving his character. By keeping your goals and values in mind, you can navigate discomfort with a sense of direction and meaning. Finally, embracing discomfort doesn't mean neglecting your emotional well-being. It's natural to feel fear, frustration, or sadness in the face of challenges. The Stoics didn't deny these emotions. Instead, they taught us to acknowledge them without being controlled by them. Take a moment to pause, reflect, and regain your perspective. Remember that your response to discomfort is within your control, even if the situation itself is not. Discomfort is not the enemy, it's a catalyst for growth. By embracing it with the wisdom of Stoicism, you build the strength to face life's uncertainties and the resilience to thrive despite them. Each challenge you overcome becomes a testament to your ability to grow, adapt, and persevere. Living in alignment with nature is one of the foundational principles of Stoicism, and Marcus Aurelius frequently emphasized its importance in his writings. For the Stoics, living in harmony with nature means understanding the world as it is, accepting its natural order, and acting in accordance with the laws of reason and virtue. This principle goes beyond simply appreciating the physical world. It's about aligning your actions, thoughts, and emotions with the natural flow of life. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Adapt yourself to the things with which your lot has been cast, and the people among whom you have been thrown. Love them, but do it truly." This statement reflects the Stoic idea that we are a part of a larger system, and our well-being depends on how well we integrate with it. To live in alignment with nature, you must first recognize and accept the reality of your circumstances and the interconnectedness of all things. Living in alignment with nature begins with self-awareness. Take time to reflect on your habits, decisions, and values. Are they in harmony with what truly matters to you and the natural order of life? Many of us spend time chasing superficial goals, like material possessions or social status, only to find ourselves disconnected from what really brings fulfillment. Marcus Aurelius urged us to focus on what is essential: virtue, wisdom, and contributing to the greater good. Another key aspect of living in harmony with nature is understanding impermanence. The Stoics often reflected on the fleeting nature of life, not to depress themselves, but to remind themselves to focus on what truly matters. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Think of yourself as dead. You have lived your life. Now take what's left and live it properly." By acknowledging that life is finite, you free yourself from unnecessary distractions and gain clarity on how to spend your time wisely. Living in alignment with nature also involves accepting things outside your control. Nature operates on its own terms, and no amount of resistance will change its course. If you face a setback, rather than lamenting why it happened, ask yourself how you can adapt and move forward. This acceptance doesn't mean passivity. Instead, it allows you to focus your energy on actions that are within your power. A practical way to live in harmony with nature is to spend time observing and learning from it. Nature is a masterclass in resilience, patience, and adaptation. The changing seasons remind us that life is cyclical and difficult times will eventually pass. The persistence of a tree growing against the odds reminds us to stay grounded and resilient in our own challenges. By observing these lessons, you can find inspiration to navigate your own path. Another important component of this principle is gratitude. Nature provides us with countless gifts, from the air we breathe to the food we eat. Marcus Aurelius frequently reminded himself to appreciate these simple yet profound aspects of life. This mindset not only brings peace, but also allows us to act with clarity and purpose. To live in the present moment, practice mindfulness. Observe your thoughts, emotions, and surroundings without judgment. Engage fully in the tasks at hand, whether it's a conversation, a project, or simply taking a walk. This presence helps you appreciate the richness of life and prevents you from wasting time dwelling on what you can't change. Gratitude is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, and Marcus Aurelius often reflected on the blessings of life, no matter how small. He wrote, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love." Gratitude shifts your perspective from what you lack to what you already have, cultivating a sense of contentment and joy. Practicing gratitude can transform your daily life. Start by acknowledging the basics: the air you breathe, the people who care for you, and the opportunities you have each day. Even in challenging times, there are lessons to be learned and silver linings to be found. Gratitude helps you focus on these positives, giving you a sense of abundance rather than scarcity. Incorporating gratitude into your routine doesn't require elaborate rituals. Simply take a moment each day to reflect on 3 things you're thankful for. Write them down or say them aloud. This practice rewires your brain to notice and appreciate the good in your life, helping you navigate challenges with a more resilient mindset. Marcus Aurelius often emphasized the futility of worrying about what others think. He wrote, "It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinions than our own." This observation highlights a common human flaw, placing too much value on external validation while neglecting our internal compass. Letting go of others' opinions requires recognizing that you can't control how people perceive you. Their judgments are based on their own biases, experiences, and perspectives, which have little to do with your true self. Instead of seeking approval, focus on living a virtuous life aligned with your values. This doesn't mean disregarding constructive feedback. Genuine critique can help you grow. However, don't let unwarranted criticism or societal pressures dictate your actions. When you stop seeking validation from others, you free yourself to pursue your goals authentically, saving time and energy that would otherwise be wasted on unnecessary concerns. Marcus Aurelius believed that our actions should serve a greater purpose, not just our egos. He wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." This principle encourages us to focus on making meaningful contributions rather than seeking applause or recognition. Contributing to others or a cause greater than yourself brings deep satisfaction. Whether it's helping a colleague, mentoring someone, or volunteering in your community, these acts create a positive ripple effect. The impact of your efforts often extends far beyond what you can see, making the world a better place in small but significant ways. When you prioritize contribution, you shift your focus from self-centered concerns to a broader perspective. This not only enhances your sense of purpose, but also reduces feelings of inadequacy or envy. Instead of comparing your achievements to others, you measure success by the difference you make. Remember, true fulfillment comes from knowing you've added value to the lives of others. Marcus Aurelius teaches us that this selfless approach is the key to a meaningful and impactful life, allowing you to leave a lasting legacy without being consumed by the need for recognition.